What led to Lorde's latest revelation didn't begin with a headline or a press release. It began quietly in the middle of a tour stop, with fans lining up to buy merch and support an artist they've followed for years. Minneapolis was just another city on Lorde's tour schedule, but the atmosphere surrounding that show carried extra weight. The city has remained at the center of national conversations about justice, immigration, and human rights, and for many artists performing there, the question isn't just how the crowd sounds, it's what responsibility comes with the platform. As Lorde moved from city to city, her performances continued to draw massive crowds, and with that came strong merch sales. For most artists, merch revenue is simply part of the business side of touring, a boost to profits that often goes unmentioned. But behind the scenes in Minneapolis, something different was happening. While fans were buying hoodies, shirts, and posters, Lorde was already thinking about where that money could make a deeper impact. Immigration rights have become an increasingly urgent issue in the United States, with advocacy groups struggling to meet the growing demand for legal aid, community support, and emergency defense for immigrants facing detention or deportation. Minnesota, in particular, has a strong network of organizations working on the front lines, often with limited funding. These realities formed the backdrop to Lorde's decision, one that would only come to light after the show had ended and the numbers were tallied. When the final count came in, the total was striking: $204,000 generated from merch sales in Minneapolis alone. Rather than quietly moving on to the next tour stop, Lorde chose to make her decision public. Fans who had attended the show, and even those who hadn't, quickly took notice as the news spread across social media. The revelation reframed those merch purchases, turning them from simple fan memorabilia into a tangible act of support for immigrant communities. The donation was split between two organizations deeply involved in immigration advocacy: the Minnesota Immigration Rights Action Committee and the Immigrant Defense Network. Both groups focus on protecting immigrants through legal defense, policy advocacy, and direct action, often stepping in at critical moments when families and individuals have nowhere else to turn. By directing the full amount to these organizations, Lorde ensured the money would go straight into efforts that have real, immediate consequences for people's lives. Online reaction was swift and emotional. Many fans praised Lorde for not just speaking out, but backing her values with concrete action. Others pointed out how rare it is for artists to redirect an entire city's merch revenue towards social causes, especially in an industry where touring expenses and profit margins are closely guarded. For supporters, the move reinforced Lorde's long-standing reputation as an artist who doesn't separate her music from her principles. The moment also sparked wider conversations about the power of fan support. A single merch purchase, multiplied by thousands of people, had turned into over $200,000 for immigration defense. It was a reminder that collective action, even when it starts with something as simple as buying a t-shirt, can scale into meaningful change when guided by intention. In the end, Lorde made it clear what happened to that money, revealing that she donated her entire Minneapolis merch take, totaling $204,000, to the Minnesota Immigration Rights Action Committee and the Immigrant Defense Network.